Step 12, we're going to talk about two really powerful pieces of the EAT pyramid. Number one is hydration, and number two is going to be superfoods. But I want to begin with really a big pillar, and that's what we're drinking or what we're not drinking. Many people don't really think about what they're drinking during the day and how it affects your health and performance throughout the day. I want to start with a couple things that you see on a daily basis. Number one is soda pop. Soda pop's killing our gut health. It's leaching out minerals, very acidic. So again, I'm not telling people to not drink their sodas, but again, think about this over time, how it's going to affect your overall health. And then energy drinks. One of the fastest growing beverages on the planet today is these energy drinks. So again, if you feel like you need to have more energy throughout the day, energy drinks is not going to be your answer. Super acidic, killing the gut health, brain problems, the list goes on, lack of sleep. So what's the benefit of hydration? We'll talk about drinking more water. If I said to you, what's the most powerful piece of the EAT pyramid? I would tell you it's definitely what you're drinking, and it starts with water. So what's the benefit of drinking water? Number one, energy. Amazing. If you're thinking about how do I increase my energy, you need to drink more water. One of the first things I do when I get up in the morning is I drink 6 to 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Very powerful. My body's already dehydrated, improves the energy and digestion. The second benefit of drinking more water is how it helps with elimination. So energy and elimination, that's the power of water. So let's dive into a little bit about how much water should you be drinking. Ideally, in a perfect world, half your body weight in ounces. If you're drinking 30 ounces, go to 40. Don't get crazy with it, but ideally you're trying to drink more frequently throughout the day, including night if you do get up and go to the bathroom a few times during the night. So what's the type of water? Spring water, artesian water, mineral water, very alkalizing. So these are things, minerals that your body's actually getting from the water itself. We don't really recommend purified water because purified water is going to be a little bit more acid, but it doesn't have the nutrients or minerals you're looking for. Now, if you're trying to improve your digestion and a little bit with elimination, adding a lemon or lime to your water is very healthy for the gut. Not only makes your body very alkalizing, but it cleans up the gut. So a real good remedy for acid reflux or gout or some of the ailments we're facing with digestive health is adding a lemon or lime to your water. And if you want to add hot water, you could do this on top of that. Now, some of the superfood things that are going to make the body amazing healthy that you could add to hot water, one would be ginger. So you can just take ginger, you slice it, put it into some hot water, drink it like a tea, or turmeric. These are both roots you can buy at any grocery store. So again, real simple, ginger or turmeric, shave it, put it in, it's just drinking like a tea. From here, I'm going to move over to a few others. I'm a big fan of kombucha. It's just fermented tea, great for gut health. Maybe once or twice a week, I'm consuming, it's a cold tea, kombucha tea. If you're buying tea or coffee, those are going to be two crops that have high levels of pesticides. So ideally, you want to buy your coffee and tea organically. So again, real simple things to do. I'm also a big fan of coconut water. Coconut water is high in lauric acid, great for digestion, antifungal, antibacterial. I love the taste of it. Also has magnesium. So these are real easy things to add to your nutritional program from a beverage standpoint that makes your performance go. And then from here, I love if I'm making flax seeds or chia seeds or things like that, I'm using cherry juice. So this is organic dark cherry juice. I love the taste of it, just need a little bit, easy to do. The other thing I want to make sure I cover is milk. I don't recommend consuming cow's milk. You have a cow outside your door, we're not talking about that. But once you pasteurize and homogenize milk, you heat it up, it's very difficult for the human body to break down. We're a big fan of plant-based milks. We got cashew milk, you got almond milk, there's oat milk, hemp milk, lots of plant-based options to choose from a milk standpoint, more alkalizing, better for your gut health, overall health. So again, real easy to do. So step back and take a look at your beverages. What are you currently consuming? How can you slowly upgrade? You say, hey Chris, I drink a lot of soda pop. Maybe you move into a little bit of mineral water. You get the natural occurring carbonation with a little splash of juice. These are easy things to slowly build and improve the quality of what you're drinking. And this is powerful. This is a powerful step. So again, step back. What are you drinking? Do you need to improve upon it? Do you need to drink more? Do I need to improve the quality? Whatever it might be, start paying attention to your beverages and hydration. It's the first building block of the EAT pyramid. So let's make hydration super simple. Number one, drink 6 to 8 ounces of water when you get up in the morning. So simple, easy to do. Number 2, maybe sometime during your day you add a lemon or lime to your water. Very alkalizing. And last but not least, are you getting enough water throughout the day? Ideally, half your body weight in ounces, so if I weigh 200 pounds, I get 100 ounces a day. As I increase my water and the quality, my energy goes up, my digestion gets better, and my overall health starts to soar.
So as we move in the second part of the EAT pyramid, we're going to talk about superfoods. And what is a superfood? A colorful fruit and vegetable, coconut, cacao nibs. We'll talk about spirulina chlorella and some of these seeds. Pretty much any whole food can be a superfood. And we're not talking medicine, we're talking about food that has the power to balance cholesterol, manage inflammation, improve gut health, all these wonderful benefits in food. And so when we think of superfoods, what we want to do is we want to change the mindset that we need to take all these supplements in isolation. When you think of superfoods, you can eat one food that has an array of many nutrients. For example, wheatgrass has over 90 minerals. So any of these foods can be a superfood. If you're using the food target, the 2 inner green circles, all those foods are superfoods. We got the 4 big superfoods, and we're going to start with the first 2. And we categorize these as the super greens. We have an algae, and this is called spirulina chlorella. And then we have a grass called wheatgrass. And if you think about it, the 2 oldest foods on the planet are algae and grass. And so when you consume these as humans, you get all the nutrients that most other living things survive on. And so I'm going to start with the wheatgrass because I want to show you how you do the wheatgrass. So what happens is they grow the grass, they cut the grass, they juice the grass, and then they freeze it. And they freeze it so they can send it to you with the benefits. The benefits are bacteria, good bacteria, so probiotics. It's a live food, so it's very alkalizing, and it has over 90 minerals. And so what you do is once you get this flat, there's 20 ice cubes in a flat, you're going to cut the corner. And so when you cut the corner, it puts air into the bag, and the air will allow me to crack these perforations. So then we crack it. I do this over the sink, and you pull it apart. And so then we can cut it open. We can open it up. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to open it and make it easy for you to do first thing in the morning. So you're going to open up the bag. You're going to start to let the ice cubes fall into some kind of container that you're going to put in the freezer. And this is one of my favorite superfoods. But you got to understand that sometimes the best foods, take a little bit more work. And so they have to freeze the wheatgrass to get the true benefits of the grass. So let's come back to what these superfoods do, how to consume them. And there's a lot of misinformation on greens. You could take a green powder, a green supplement. We're going to go right to the basics. So I got the wheatgrass here, and what we want you to do is think, okay, what's the benefit of frozen wheatgrass? High in minerals, extremely alkalizing. So it does 2 things for you. Boosts your immune system and improves your gut health. Over 90 minerals in the wheatgrass. First thing in the morning, I take 4 ounces of water, put 2 to 3 cubes in the water, you let them melt, and then you drink the wheatgrass. I do this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, will help with absorption. And now we're going to go to spirulina chlorella. And one of the greatest elements of spirulina chlorella is that they dry it into a tablet. It's a food that doesn't taste very good, and so the easiest way to consume it is via a tablet form. And you can travel with these, they don't have to be refrigerated. And what we want you to do is we want you to start with 10 tablets. And you're thinking, oh, that's a ton of tablets. No, it's not really that much food, but it's a food that doesn't taste good that they have to dry into a tablet for you to consume it. So we're going to start with 10 tablets a day. I like to do this in the afternoon because I'm mixing up when I'm doing certain superfoods. The benefit of the spirulina chlorella is the highest form of protein, plant or animal. So again, it's a builder. It builds your immune system. And then it's also high in chlorophyll, which is a detoxifier. So when we think of detoxification, we we have toxicity every day. We need to detoxify daily. So 2 benefits: boost your immune system, helps you detoxify. 10 tablets to start. Once you get acclimated to doing the spirulina chlorella, I like to recommend anywhere from 20 to 30 a day. As we summarize, these are what we call super greens. And what a super green is, it's a food high in chlorophyll. Anything green is high in chlorophyll. The benefits of the wheatgrass: it's high in minerals, extremely alkaline, it's a living food, so it's going to aid in digestion. Doing this first thing in the morning, really easy to absorb. The second super green is an algae called spirulina chlorella. 10 tablets a day to start. Work your way up to 20 to 30. Boost your immune system, helps you detoxify daily. Again, another great property for gut health. And these are the super greens that I think most people can implement into their life very easily, and they get a lot of the nutrients that they're missing in their diet. So as we move to the third and fourth big 4 superfoods, we clump kind of 2 of them together: flaxseed and chia seeds. These are your omega-3s from a plant base. Chia seeds, flax seeds. And then we have cod liver oil. We'll get into the specifics of each of these. But why do you need omega-3s? Well, let's start with 95% of us, close to 97% of us, are deficient in omega-3 fatty acids. We've heard of omega-3s. Many of you are taking some type of omega-3, but we're not getting enough. And it's a nutrient that's essential for many things, whether it's absorbing vitamin D3 from the sun. Every cell in the human body needs omega-3s in the cell membrane. And so there's 4 big benefits for omega-3s. Number 1, brain health. We all want a healthy brain. You need omega-3s to have a healthy brain. Number 2, heart health. We know that cardiovascular incidences are a major problem in our country. Many of us are scared of cardiovascular incidents like heart attack. And we need these omega-3s to help make the heart healthy. Number 3 is inflammation. Inflammation causes 90 to almost 100% of disease and illness in the human body. And so these omega-3s are a natural anti-inflammatory. And the last one, the one that a lot of people get excited about, is it helps balance our sex hormones. Without omega-3s, it's really hard to build these sex hormones. And these sex hormones are needed for so much, whether it's vitality, energy, stamina, strength, endurance. And so those are the big 4 benefits of omega-3s. And so how do you get omega-3s? Well, you can find so many supplements that have omega-3s, but we like to go to the source. And we're going to start with a couple here. The first one is chia seeds. This is a seed. It's come from a plant, high in omega-3s, high in magnesium, high in protein. The great part about the chia seeds, you don't have to grind the chia seeds. I put this in smoothie, in cereal, put it in my kids' applesauce. However you can get the seeds in your diet. I like to put it in fresh cherry juice or pomegranate juice. An amazing superfood called chia seeds. The other seed is called flax seeds. Now, the difference between the chia and the flax, they're pretty similar from benefits, but the flax, you have to grind these seeds or you will see the seeds again. So from a health standpoint, if you see stuff with flax seeds unground, it's going to go right through you. So what we do is we put the flax seeds in a cheap coffee grinder, and we put the flax seeds in the coffee grinder, and we grind up enough for 2 to 3 weeks, and we put it in the refrigerator. And so once they're ground, what I do is I put them in cherry juice. So you're going to take 1 tablespoon, you put it in the cherry juice. And what we do is we mix up the flaxseed and the cherry juice. And you'll hear from my father, he likes to let it sit and it kind of sets up a little bit. I like to mix it in and drink it right away. I think my sister is right in between. And so once you put it in the cherry juice, it's ready to go. And it's a nice little snack. I like to do this in the afternoon or in the early evening. It's easy to do. Now here's the great thing about flaxseed. It's $1.50 a month to do 1 tablespoon every single day. Think about that, $1.50 a month to do 1 tablespoon a day. So if you're taking in an oil or if you're taking in a gel capsule, the price goes up and the potency goes way down. So let's recap the seeds from an omega-3 standpoint: flaxseed and chia seeds. After we talk about the plant-based omega-3s. We're going to move to the fish-based omega-3s, and this is probably the most powerful superfood that many people are scared of. It's called cod liver oil. And what we want to do is we want to get over the mindset that it tastes bad or it sounds weird. We're going to really explain what it is, and what you'll find is it doesn't taste bad at all. And so when you think of fish oil, all fish oils are beneficial. You have fish, which comes from sardines and anchovies. You have krill, which comes from the krill. And then you got cod liver oil. The reason why we like and recommend cod liver oil, it has vitamin D3 naturally. And so for many people that are not close to the equator, they're deficient in vitamin D3. And instead of taking it synthetically, which is very hard to absorb, it's naturally occurring in cod liver oil. But you may be thinking, it has to taste bad. It's cod liver oil. Well, what they do is, this is caught in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. They freeze the cod on the boat. And this is critical. When you freeze the cod on the boat, it stops oxidation. And it's the oxidation that makes fish oil taste bad. And so they freeze the cod on the boat, and then they create the cod liver oil. Now here's what we want you to do. 1 tablespoon of the cod liver oil first thing in the morning, because it has to be refrigerated once it's open. The benefits of the cod liver oil, it's high in DHA, which helps lower inflammation, supports brain health, helps balance cholesterol profile, hair, skin, and nails. The list is endless. And we need these omega-3s, but most of us are not getting them in our normal diet. So the cod liver oil, it's very easy to do. You take 1 tablespoon first thing in the morning. And what I do is I have my own bottle. You put it right on a spoon, and you take 1 tablespoon first thing in the morning. It's easy to do. It's easy to implement. 1 tablespoon, everyone can do 1 tablespoon. And here's what we want you to think about. Imagine if everyone in our country got up first thing in the morning and had 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil. What that would do for our health, what it would do for some of the deficiencies we have. And these are the superfoods that cover the omega-3 nutrients. Flax seeds, you have to grind the flax seeds. Chia seeds, you don't have to grind them. We try to recommend a variety. So a little bit of flax, a little bit of chia, and then the cod liver oil. So step 12, we talked about hydration and how we need to drink more water. First thing in the morning, maybe we can do 6 to 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning. And then we talked about superfoods. They come in an array of different superfoods, thousands of superfoods. But then we focus on the big 4. Flax seeds, chia seeds, cod liver oil, those are your omega-3s. We talked about spirulina chlorella and wheatgrass, those are your super greens. And here's what we want you to do. We want you to develop habits. If you're doing none of these, maybe you start with 1 or 2. If you're doing a couple of these and you haven't dabbled into the wheatgrass, or you're not doing as much flax seeds, really just up your game and see if you can perfect the ordinary. Here's the key. A superfood is a food that's nutrient dense, that can balance cholesterol, reduce inflammation, improve gut health, increase pH, and really for many of us, it's easy to implement without changing our entire lifestyle.